What do you think you're seeing right now? A simple swelling? Or something far more dangerous hidden deep inside? This gentle giant had been silently suffering. A hidden piece of snare wire, deeply embedded in his leg, was slowly destroying his life. And today, everything depends on one question. Will our heroes be able to save him in time? It all began with an urgent call. Wildlife officers were alerted by a ranger about an elephant struggling to walk. When they arrived, they saw him limping in pain, barely able to move. His leg was badly swollen, especially around the ankle. From experience, they feared the worst, a snare injury. Without wasting a second, the team moved into the dense forest. Through thick bushes and thorny trees, they searched tirelessly until they finally found him. The exhausted giant was resting near a muddy bog, weak, injured, and vulnerable. The team quickly prepared a sedative dose, carefully calculated based on his body weight. With precision, the veterinarian darted the elephant. Moments later, he slowly moved, then stood still as the sedation took effect. That was their moment. The team rushed in. As the veterinarian examined the swollen leg closely, the truth became horrifyingly clear. This wasn't just a surface wound. The elephant had once been trapped in a deadly snare. Although he had somehow broken free, a piece of the wire remained buried deep inside his flesh. Wrapped tightly around his leg, the cruel snare had cut deep. Over time, thick granulation tissue had formed, his body's desperate attempt to heal. But instead of helping, it trapped the wire even deeper. The injury couldn't even be seen from the outside, yet inside, the wire was constantly constricting blood flow, causing severe swelling and unbearable pain. The situation was critical. To begin treatment, the veterinarian administered another mild dose of sedative. Finding the hidden wire was extremely challenging. Carefully, they made an incision and began searching through the swollen tissue using surgical tools. But locating the snare was like searching for a needle buried deep in flesh. A snare is a simple but deadly trap made from strong wire cables. It tightens instantly when an animal steps into it. Hunters set these traps to capture wild animals, but innocent elephants often become unintended victims of this cruel method. Rangers do their best to locate and remove snares during their regular patrols. But some remain hidden in the forest, silently waiting to trap innocent animals. Civil Defense Force personnel, together with the police, have launched operations to track down those responsible. Yet many of the culprits still manage to evade capture. Back to the rescue, despite their efforts, the wire was still impossible to locate. So the team made a bold decision. They gently guided the sedated elephant to lie down, allowing better access to the wound. Now the real challenge began. They continued the delicate process, carefully digging through layers of tissue. Minutes felt like hours. And then, finally, they found it. The deadly piece of snare wire hidden deep inside, silently causing suffering. After clearing the surrounding granulation tissue, the veterinarian exposed the wire and cut it using a wire cutter. The moment it was removed, the elephant was finally freed from weeks, possibly months, of agony. If this had gone unnoticed, the outcome could have been devastating. Severe infection, deep tissue damage, loss of blood supply, or even death. But today, his life was saved. The mission wasn't over yet. The deep wound required immediate care. The team thoroughly cleaned it with disinfectant and applied a healing mixture of povidone iodine and negasunt powder to kill bacteria, dry the wound, and promote faster healing. Meanwhile, another group administered long-acting antibiotics, one of the most critical steps in saving his life. In such deep snare wounds, harmful bacteria can spread quickly through the tissues and even enter the bloodstream, leading to life-threatening infections. For a wild elephant, this risk is even greater, as the wound is constantly exposed to mud, water, and parasites in the wild. Because elephants cannot be treated daily like domestic animals, long-acting antibiotics are essential. They continue working inside the body for days, fighting infection, preventing abscess formation, and protecting the wound while the elephant roams freely in the wild. Without these antibiotics, even a successfully removed snare could still lead to fatal complications. Painkillers were also given to ease his suffering, allowing him to walk and recover more comfortably. Multivitamins helped boost his immune system, supporting tissue repair and overall strength during the healing process. A bluish antiseptic fly repellent spray was applied to the wound, protecting it from flies, maggots, and further infection, an important step in ensuring clean healing in a forest environment. Every step they took was to give this gentle giant a second chance at life. Working with wild elephants is extremely risky and unpredictable, yet these brave officers continue their mission with courage and compassion, even when it puts their own lives in danger.
අද නැගිටිනවද හෙට නැගිටිනවද මේ සෙරෙප්පු සපත්තු සංජීව අතෝක දීලා
Finally, the last step, the reversal drug, was administered. Slowly, the elephant began to rise, back on his feet, free from the pain that once controlled his life. The veterinarian watched with confidence and hope. Soon, this majestic giant will walk freely again and return to where he truly belongs, with his herd. Our deepest thanks go to the compassionate veterinarian, brave wildlife officers, and tireless forest rangers whose dedication gave this gentle giant a second chance at life. And to our dear viewers, thank you for your continued goodwill and encouragement, which inspire these challenging rescue missions.